The Pirate Fairy. This is the fifth Tinkerbell movie. Here, let me pull out the case here. I have mixed feelings about this movie because, in concept, this movie is actually pretty good. And this is really towards the death of these movies. I feel like these movies started to die off with this one. I feel like this one was not very good and should have been better than it was. It's a weird movie because it kind of throws a lot of ideas out there and just none of them come together. The first part of this movie is Peter Pan adjacent, right? Where you got this, where they're clearly hinting at kind of the origins of Hook and some of these characters, but really not. Like they're not, like you see where the baby crocodile that came from and how the ship started to fly at the end of the movie, and Peter Pan, all this stuff. But it's really not like that. Like you see these things, but they're not. I don't know how to explain it. Like Hook is not really Hook in this movie, and I get that's part of the point, but it doesn't feel like, oh, this is where that character came from. It just feels very awkward. There's points where they play like some of the music from the original Peter Pan movie, like in the score, and it just doesn't like it feels very awkward. And also like, why are you showing me the origins of Hook when Tinkerbell didn't really have a relationship to Hook in the same way like she had a relationship with Peter. Like, kind of give me where that came from. Very weird. You got this fairy who likes to experiment with pixie dust, and that's the whole thing. And it just felt very strange. Like it came out of nowhere. She's like, "Well, what if we did this?" And it's like, okay, I don't get what this plot line is. And then, you got the other stuff where they like part of the movie is like this fairy switch powers, and then they have to kind of learn to deal with each other's powers, and that's a whole kind of thing. I don't know. None of it really comes together to make a great movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's just like, okay, it just kind of happens, and then the movie's over. There really doesn't really feel like there's a story here, and so yeah, I think this is one of the worst ones. Next week we'll be talking about the last one, the Never Beast. So yeah, and even the way they advertise this, like from the world of Peter Pan, but it doesn't even show you Peter Pan. Like I don't know what they're doing there. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.